Let's talk about an issue that I know is very important to your members, and maybe a lot of people, they've had something to do with it, but maybe they haven't thought it out fully, and that is you can go on Amazon as a consumer and buy a product, and most people don't pay the Florida sales tax when they buy that product. However, you can go into a place of business in Florida, buy the same product, and you pay a sales tax, which is remitted to the state. I think that, you know, a lot of your members would say that's not fair and something needs to be done about it. Talk about that in terms of the scope of that issue, what it impacts.
Well, it impacts everybody. It impacts, certainly it impacts the government because the sales taxes are not being collected that are due. These taxes that are not being collected are not a new tax. It's a tax that we all owe if we buy online and they don't collect it, we still owe it. And so just imagine the amount of money that the state of Florida is not collecting that they should be collecting. And that affects schools, that affects prisons, that affects you know, everything that we do. So it's unfair to us as citizens of this state that those taxes are not being collected.
Do you have any idea what the size of that might be in terms of tax revenues?
It's probably around $2 billion a year, so it's not small money. It's very large money. And if you'll take that and say, what is $2 billion worth in terms of economic activity in the state? What sort of jobs does $2 billion in taxes and therefore $100 billion in activity create? So it hurts us from a standpoint of jobs. It hurts us from a standpoint of money that the state is owed. And it also hurts retailers because retailers are suffering from that inequity. Here we have a government saying that we're going to require the people who operate in Florida, with Florida citizens as their employees, who pay Florida property taxes, we're going to require them to collect the tax, but we're not going to require those folks in Texas who are selling things into Florida to collect that tax. And so all of us have seen this occur. I mean, a person goes into a retail store, maybe it's a television, maybe it's a baseball bat, and they look at it and they check it out and they're thinking in their head, well, I can buy this same item online. Maybe the price is the same, but the tax is not. And so that 8% makes a big, big difference to them. So we've got to get that fixed, and we've been working on that for 10 years. It is both a congressional issue and it is a state issue. Congress is not moving on many things. There is a lame duck bill out there that could be passed. We'll wait and see. But in the meantime, states need to take action, and there are things they can do.